wish to report to the House that I have received a message from His Excellency the President regarding the nomination of persons for appointment as a Registrar and Assistant Registrar of Political Parties. In the message, honorable members, His Excellency the President conveys that in exercise of the powers conferred to him by the provisions of Section 34A and the 6th Schedule to the Political Parties Act, ksh10M, as read together with Section 5 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, ksh10F, he has nominated Mr. John Cox Lorionoku and Ms. Agatha Wanjiku Wahome to the positions of Registrar of Political Parties and Assistant Registrar of Political Parties, respectively, and now seeks the approval for appointment by the House. Honorable members, Standing Order 45 provides that upon receipt of notification of a nomination for appointment, such nomination shall stand committed to the relevant departmental committee for consideration. In this regard, I hereby refer the message from His Excellency the President together with the CVs and other testimonials of the nominees to the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs for consideration. Honorable members, paragraph 6 of the 6th Schedule to the Political Parties Act, ksh10D, provides that the National Assembly shall within 21 days of the receipt of the names of the nominees consider the nominees and approve or reject the nominations. In this regard, the committee is expected to immediately commence the approval process and notify the nominees and the general public of the time and place for holding the approval hearings, and thereafter table his report for consideration by the House. Honorable members, noting that the House is scheduled to commence its long recess from tomorrow, Wednesday, 20th August 2025, the committee will be required to table its report when the House next sits. I thank you. Members at the bar, take the nearest seats. Take the nearest seats. Member for Pokot, take the nearest seat. Those still on their feet, freeze where you are. Honorable members, next message is from His Excellency the President, a referral by His Excellency the President of the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023. Honorable members, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 42, I wish to report to the House that I have received a message from His Excellency the President regarding the referral of the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023. Honorable members, His Excellency the President conveys that pursuant to the provisions of Article 115(1)(b) of the Constitution, he has considered the bill and referred it back to the National Assembly for reconsideration, expressing reservations on the bill. In the presidential memorandum, His Excellency the President has expressed reservations on Clause 2 of the bill. Further, His Excellency the President has proposed to amend the said clause and also introduce a new provision. His Excellency now requests the House to reconsider the bill in accordance with the provisions of Article 115 of the Constitution. Honorable members, you may recall that this House passed the bill on 18th June 2025, following which I presented the bill to His Excellency the President for assent in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. This House is therefore required to consider the President's reservation to the specified clause. Standing Order 154(2) requires the House to consider the President's reservations within 21 days upon receipt of the memorandum. In this regard, the Presidential Memorandum stands committed to the Departmental Committee on Tourism and Wildlife for consideration. The committee should prioritize the consideration of the President's reservation on the bill and table its report soonest to allow the House to conclude the reservations within their timelines. Honorable members, I hasten to guide that the House, in consideration of the President's reservations with the bill by the committee, the House will undertake, in accordance with the provisions of Article 115 of the Constitution. Further, the guidance contained in the Speaker's communication of 28th July 2025 relating the consideration of the President's reservation to a bill and amendments thereto will apply as shall be necessary. Honorable members, I now direct the clerk to circulate the memorandum of His Excellency the President to all members so that they familiarize themselves with the contents therein, and the House is accordingly informed. The next, members at the bar, take the nearest seats. The next, honorable members, is a message from His Excellency the President on nomination of a person for appointment as the chairperson of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 42.1, I wish to report to the House that I have received a message from His Excellency the President regarding the nomination of a person for appointment as the chairperson of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. In the message, honorable members, His Excellency the President conveys that in exercise of the powers conferred by Article 252B of the Constitution, Section 11 of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights Act Cap 71, as read together with Section 5 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act Cap 7F, he has nominated Ms. Clarice Awor Onganga for appointment as the chairperson of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. His Excellency the President now therefore seeks the approval of the House. Honorable members, you recall that on Tuesday, 12th August 2025, I notified the House about the withdrawal by notice in writing to the clerk of Dr. Duncan Obur Ojwang, the nominee who had been nominated for appointment to that position. Consequently, pursuant to the provision of Section 610 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, the candidate's nomination lapsed. The nomination of Ms. Clarice Awor Onganga is therefore consequent upon that withdrawal. In view of this, honorable members, I hereby refer the message from His Excellency the President together with the CV and the report of the selection panel and other testimonials of the nominee to the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs for consideration in line with Standing Order 45. Honorable members, whereas Section 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act Cap 7F requires the House to make a decision on the nomination within 28 days, Section 11.7 of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights Act Cap 71 provides for a lesser period being 21 days. In this regard, honorable members, the committee is expected to undertake the approval hearings and submit a report within the timelines provided for in the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights Act Cap 71, that is 21 days. To this end, the committee should notify the nominee and the general public of the time and place for holding the approval hearing, and thereafter table its report soonest to enable the House to consider the matter within the set statutory timelines. I thank you. Members, the last is a message from the Senate on the passage of 5 Senate bills. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 41.4, I wish to report to the House that I have received 5 messages from the Senate regarding its consideration of 5 Senate bills. Honorable members, the messages convey that on Thursday, 7th August 2025, the Senate considered and passed the following bills with amendments. 1, the Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood Bill, Senate Bill number 41 of 2023, which seeks to provide a legal framework for the recognition, protection, and regulation of street vending. 2, the Local Content Bill, Senate Bill number 50 of 2023, which seeks to facilitate the local ownership, control, and financing of activities connected with the exploitation of gas, oil, and other petroleum resources, and to provide a framework to increase the local value capture along the value chain in the exploration of gas, oil, and other petroleum resources. 3, the Early Childhood Education Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 54 of 2023, which seeks to amend the Early Childhood Education Act additionally, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Orders 162 of the Senate Standing Orders. Senator Eddie ksh10M, the sponsor of the bill, has designated the Honorable Naisula Lesuda, MP, member for Samburu West constituency, as the co-sponsor of the bill in the National Assembly. And 4, the Creative Economy Support Bill, Senate Bill number 30 of 2024, which seeks to establish mechanisms for the support of the creative industry to the economy and to establish the Creatives Fund. Additionally, in accordance with Standing Order 162.2 of the Senate Standing Orders, Senator Eddie ksh10M, the sponsor of the bill, has designated Honorable Irene Mayaka, MP, nominated member, as the co-sponsor of the bill in the National Assembly. In addition, honorable members, the message conveys that on Thursday, 7th August 2025, the Senate considered and passed the Business Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 51 of 2024 without amendments. The bill seeks to amend various statutes so as to create a conducive environment for doing business. In this regard, you'll note that standing orders require the Speaker to cause a bill received from the Senate to be read a first time upon conveyance of its message to the House. In view of this, and noting that the House will proceed on recess at the rise of today's sitting, I direct the clerk to schedule the 5 Senate bills in the order paper for first reading when the House resumes. Honorable members, inasmuch as I have directed the bills to be read a first time, close attention should be paid to the Creative Economy Support Bill, Senate Bill number 30 of 2024, in line with the provisions of Article 94(5) and 114 of the Constitution on the introduction of money bills and the consideration of money bills, respectively. The relevant committees therefore urge to take note of the constitutional provisions while considering the bill. Thereafter, the bills will stand committed to the following committees for consideration. 1, the Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood Bill, Senate Bill number 41 of 2023, to the Departmental Committee on Trade, Industry, and Cooperatives. The Local Content Bill, Senate Bill number 50 of 2023, to the Departmental Committee on Energy. The Early Childhood Education Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 54 of 2023, to the Departmental Committee on Education, and the Creative Economy Support Bill, Senate Bill number 30 of 2024, and the Business Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 51 of 2024, to the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning. The committees to which the bills have been referred are encouraged to prioritize their consideration and submit their reports as soon as is practicable to enable the House to proceed with the necessary next steps on the bills. The House is accordingly guided. I thank you. Next.
Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, August 19th, 2025, in the afternoon sitting. 1, draft legal notice relating to the crops, fiber crops and crop fibers Regulations 2025 from the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development. And 2, quarterly economic and budgetary review report, fourth quarter for the financial year 2024-2025 for the period ending 30th June 2025 from the National Treasury. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay.
Thank you, Owen. Next order. Yes. Where they put under order 5. Yes. Oh, yeah. Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure. Other members?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Speaker, I beg to read the following paper on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 19th August 2025. Report on the Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure on this consideration of the Kenya Roads Amendment Bill number 3, Bill National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2025. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Chairperson, Committee on Delegated Legislation.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 19th August 2025. Report of Committee on Delegated Legislation on its consideration of the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority Circular number 04 of 2025 on the enforcement of compliance with mandatory use of the Electronic Government Procurement System, EGPS, by all public procuring entities in contravention of Section 77 of the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, Cap 412C. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 19th of August 2025. Reports of the Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock on its consideration of 1, the Tea Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 1 of 2023, then the Prevention of Livestock and Produce Theft Bill, Senate Bill number 12 of 2023, and the Palladium Repeal Bill, National Assembly Bill number 40 of 2023. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Chairperson, Committee on Delegated Legislation.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion. That this House adopts the report of the Committee on Delegated Legislation on its consideration of the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority Circular on the enforcement of compliance with mandatory use of Electronic Government Procurement System, EGPS, by all public procuring entities in contravention of Section 77 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, Cap 412C, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 19th August 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Section 18 of the Statutory Instruments Act, Cap 2, this House annuls in its entirety the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority Circular in the enforcement of compliance with the mandatory use of the Electronic Government Procurement System, EGPS, by all public procuring entities, Circular number 04 of 2025. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, members. How do you expect your Speaker to put a question on a notice of motion? Honorable members, I know that is with a light touch. As we go to order, members, as we go to order number 7, I want to direct as follows in rearranging our order paper. The Honorable Murugara, Chair of Delegated Legislation, JLAC, sorry, has requested to make a statement in relation to some issues that you discussed yesterday. Order. Order. After I allowed the Honorable Murugara to make his statement, the Honorable Wandeto approached me and wanted to move a motion of adjournment, but looking at the content of the motion and the statement of Murugara, they look tautologous. So I have advised Honorable Wandeto that he will join on to Honorable Murugara's statement, and once Honorable Murugara makes his statement, I'll allow the House to ventilate on the same. I'll give you the necessary time. In my reflection, 1.5 hours will do. Order. 1.5 hours will do. So we'll proceed as follows. We'll dispose of order number 8, dispose of order number 9, which is very simple and direct, dispose of order number 10 being first reading. When we finish with the statements, we will dispose of order 12 before we go to committee at order number 11. I hope we are clear with that. Thank you. So, clerk, go to orders number 8, 9, and 10 on the supplementary order paper.
Order number 8, the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Amendments Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024, second reading and question to be put.
Honorable members, order. I'll now put the question at order number 8 that the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024 be now read a second time. As many as of that opinion say aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act Cap 79C and for connected purposes. Order number 9.
Before you go to order number 9, members, allow me to acknowledge the following in the Speaker's Gallery: Joel Amimo School from Kisumu Central, Kisumu; Kipkeino Junior School from Tarbo, Uasin Gishu. In the public gallery, members, you should welcome these children to the House of Parliament. In the public gallery, we have Hale Mariting School from Jomvu, Mombasa; Athi Kamunyuni School from Kibwezi East, Makueni; and Kaptebeswet Secondary School from Aina Moi, Kericho. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome the students, their teachers, and those accompanying them to the House of Parliament. Next.
Order number 9, motion, alteration of the calendar of the House.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following motion that notwithstanding the resolution of the House of 13 February 2025 and 7 August 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 28.4 on calendar of the Assembly, this House resolves to further alter its calendar. 1, so as to commence a long recess on Wednesday, 20th August 2025, that is tomorrow, and end it on Monday, 22nd September 2025. And 2, to resume regular sittings on Tuesday, 23rd September 2025, to commence the third part of the session. Honorable Speaker, this is a simple procedural motion, not a procedural motion, but a motion to alter the calendar. As members are aware, we were to proceed on our recess at the end of last week.